What is up, Capricorns? Welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that little bell so you can find me when I pop up on lives and fun stuff like that. I keep things real different around here. Today we're doing Hoodoo Tarot Ancestral Warnings for the month of October. It's a spread that I designed by myself using the Hoodoo Tarot. If you guys want a personal reading, info's in the description box below. Let's get this started for you, Capricorns. We're going to pull 3 major arcana cards. Whoops, Strength in the reverse. What came out first? The World in the reverse. Oh, Capricorns. And Death in reverse. Shocker there. What's on the bottom? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Look, it's going to end. Whatever this is. Whatever this is, stop trying to prevent it, okay? Death is here. The Garden is here, which is the World card. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is here. Strength in reverse is here. Trying to force something, all right? Not having the courage to do hard things that we need to do. Not wanting to, protect ourselves. Not willing to, let transitions happen. Not letting the wheel take, its course. The World card in the reverse is sitting in the middle smack of your reading here. This is tending to your own garden. Do you see this? She's minding her own business. She's doing something for her own leisure, all right? She's learned her lessons. She's learned from all the hardships that her ancestors had to endure. She's the descendant of slaves. Her ancestors were forced, all right, to be in the field and harvest crops and things like that. She's now choosing to do this for her own leisure at her own house with things that she's built for herself. This energy is coming in the reverse for you, which means that there's things that you've been taught, all right? There's things that you've been shown. There's, things that you've endured, all right? Things that you've had to suffer through with Strength in the reverse. Things that have felt very, unfortunate with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. These were all things that were meant to go, though. The problem I'm seeing here is there's no movement after it. It's like y'all are sitting in this ending, this whatever this is, and just refusing to transform it. The whole point of everything here at the bottom of your reading, we have Aunt Caroline. She literally made something out of nothing. She was sold into slavery as a little girl, and eventually she became free. She had nothing when she was freed, all right? But then she was, resourceful. She was a cartomancer. She threw cards. She ended up building an empire for herself, all right? And taking very good care of herself and her family, creating riches here. She, came out the mud, all right? Get it out the mud. Yeah, they got it out the mud. You're not wanting to get out the mud. You're laying face down in the mud, sucking it through your nose right now. You got to have the courage to move past whatever this is or to let it go. If you don't, all right, the Wheel of Fortune is going to continue to throw these endings and these curveballs at you. That's your warning here. Allow these transitions to happen, Capricorn. You guys are not quitters, all right? One of my very best friends in the world, my very first boyfriend, still my best friend to this day, is a Capricorn. You can't tell this motherfucker no, all right? You can't tell him something's not going to work. He will prove you wrong. He will find a way. I see you square peg, round hole with whatever this is, trying to force it, trying to prevent it, all right? Trying to, resuscitate whatever this is. It's not supposed to be there anymore, all right? That's your warning message. If you try to force it, all right, you're trying to push against the Wheel of Fortune. You can't do that, all right? The wheel does what the wheel wants. You might be able to delay it for a little while, which is what I see here, all right? It's a delaying of the inevitable. But you can't stop it, all right? The only thing constant is change, the Wheel of Fortune. Page of Cups here in the reverse is the energy that they're picking up on. I always choose one family card, which is what they call these in the Hoodoo. That's the court cards, kings, queens, knights, pages. That's the energy I feel like is most going to be affecting you in October. This is triggering energy, Page of Cups in reverse. It's a very childish energy. At its crux, all right, it's, that feeling you get when you see something, that, I don't want to say it sparks a passion because that's more the Knight of the Wands. It gives you butterflies, all right? It's a happy feeling. It's also the need to, speak from the heart here. It's coming up in the reverse for you, which means that energy is working against you somehow, speaking from the heart or refusing to speak from the heart. It's almost like you need to come from the heart with whatever this is here. It's like you're not making your emotional needs be known in these situations. You don't have the courage to speak up and say how this is making you feel. Capricorns, y'all aren't big about mushy feelings, all right? The Capricorns that I know, They don't have time for mushy feelings. They got shit to do. But y'all are the little sea goat, all right? Whenever I pull my energy cards, when I'm checking energies for you guys and the zodiac signs pop up, whenever Capricorn pops out, I always point out the little sea goat on the bottom. I'm like, on the surface, they look like this goat, very resilient. You know, they can get anything accomplished. If you look at the goats, they climb up a steep mountain, you know, sideways with their tiny little hooves. But the sea goat, all right, at the bottom of everything, he's got this little fishy, watery tail. It's like y'all do have emotions, but you don't let them show all the time, or you don't make outward displays of them. You try to keep them in the back seat, keep them in check. This is gonna erupt, all right? Like, it's triggering you to the point where you've tried everything you could try here. It's just like, if you don't say how you feel about this, it's gonna end up in some kind of an argument, is what I'm feeling. There's a need to come from the heart and like get whatever this is over with, like rip the Band-Aid off. I don't feel, it's like, I feel like a lot of y'all are more afraid of this than you should be. I greet the Death card in the tarot, all right? The Death card is not the ending by any means. The Death card is the middle of the tarot, all right? It's number 13. There's 22 major arcana. There's a whole other half of the tarot with lessons to learn after the Death card. The Death card is just when we realize we've outgrown something and that the way that we've been doing something is no longer, you know, working for us. So we figure out some other way to be, all right? It's like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. It's not a final ending. This World card, that is a final ending. All right, Strength in reverse here, that is you not having the courage to, you know, do that. Not only does this final ending bring a transformation though, it like changes your karma, it changes your fortune. It's like you're holding yourself back from your own blessings here, Capricorn, and I don't want you to do that. I also want you to be very aware, all right, of ending things prematurely coming around. We are in Mercury retrograde. That is all about communication. Pages are about communication, and the center of your reading is a page in the, you know, reverse, which means there will be emotionally immature communication coming back around again for no good with that Wheel of Fortune. They're wanting you to stay in your energy, not make any split decisions with this. You guys don't like loose ends, all right? Whatever this is, it's going to, you know, trigger you to want to, you know, dead whatever this is. I want you to just back off on that energy. I feel like until the end of November, when retrograde is over, communication, you know, especially about final things and major conversations, aren't great during this time period, all right? This is not the best time to be pouring your heart out, unfortunately. And it looks to me like there are, you know, it's also a time when exes like to pop in from the past. This is very much, you know, an ex popping up, Page of Cups. That's a romantic conversation. And it doesn't go well. It's very triggering, whatever this is. Just be careful. That is something I feel like that you did have the strength to end. This is like an alternative reading. You did have the strength to end whatever that romantic situation was. It took everything in you to do it, though, with all this energy I see here. Strength, death, and the garden, and the Wheel of Fortune. You were like almost forced out of it karmically somehow. It's coming back around. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune always comes to test you. They want to see if you're going to go back to whatever this is or let it, you know, throw you off your game. I don't want you to, all right? That's a warning message for you. Let's look at these community cards. What popped out? 5 of Cups. That's regrets, big time. 7 of Wands. Protect yourself from this 10 of Wands. 8 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there's a lot of energy making you feel very rejected. This 8 of Cups here, all right, it's in the hoodoo. You see that little white trail on the stairway there? That's hot foot powder. It's a hoodoo spell that you would mix up and sprinkle around your house when you wanted to banish people from it. All right, it's an energy of you not feeling welcome, and that's going to become very overly burdensome for you. I don't feel like it's something you should be taking personal, though, all right? I feel like these are just little temporary digs here. This energy is very fleeting. This emotional situation, though, that I'm picking up on, whatever this shit is, like, there is a very, you know, desperate need for you to protect yourself from whatever this shit is. Queen of Swords in reverse, by the way, was on the bottom of your family cards. That is somebody being very dishonest. That is somebody that does not have a good plan. That is somebody that is very manipulative, all right? There is an emotionally manipulative energy surrounding you guys in October. This person, I feel like, is coming out of the woodwork, all right, with whatever this is. I feel like you've already ended things with this. Whenever I see the wheel in a reading, I always want to like take it and flip everything upside down to see what the flip side was, all right? Because the energy you're sitting in now is not how it was in the past. In the past, all right, I feel like it was upright with the wheel here. and you did end this. You did have the strength and the courage to finally pull it together and say, I've had enough. You did spill your heart out with the Page of Cups here. You dropped your guard with that 7 of Wands. You dropped the burden with the 10 of Wands. And you did have some regrets about whatever it is. But you were seeing it clearly with the Queen of Swords here, all right, who's now showing up in reverse. It's coming back around again to see if you'll change your mind. All right. The Queen of Swords in reverse, at the end of the day, like, she does not speak the truth. She's, you know, saying things or thinking things, you know, to manipulate a situation to her will and to get what she wants. This energy is really overly burdensome. It causes a lot of regret for you. It also takes up a lot of your time, all right? It shows up as 7 of Wands energy with the 10 of Wands energy and then the 5 of Cups. All right? That's Dr. Monday or Uncle Monday. I forget what his name is. He was, you know, a witch doctor. He was an escaped slave. When he freed himself, you know, and escaped and ran away, he ran to the swamps and he prayed to the Orishas to turn him into an alligator so these awful people could never catch him again. If they did, you could eat him alive. It's like the need, you know, you escaped the situation. There was a need to leave it. You asked for help. You asked for protection. You asked for the burden to be dropped, and it was. But there was still some emotional stuff attached to that didn't feel real great. I feel like someone's coming back to give you a guilt trip, all right, for cutting whatever this is off. Don't fall for that guilt trip. Whatever this energy was, it forced you out and it made you feel very unwelcome and unaccepted in the past. Don't forget that, all right? I feel like, you know, whenever I see Page of Cups, I always think of like a scumbag. The Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups in reverse are like the, you know, overly romantic charmers that will come in and, you know, just try to, you know, love bomb you, say and do anything, you know, to try to, you know, get to you and get something from you. Just be really wary of that, all right? Stick to your guns. It's like, it's almost like there was a little bit of unfinished business here between whatever you and this other energy was. I feel like it's coming back to finish its business here. And I see you wanting to get out of your energy and, you know, kind of fly off the handle emotionally. Don't do that, all right? I feel like you made a really sound decision here to end whatever this was. It was a tough one, all right? But it was a sound one. All right, Capricorns, that's what I got for you. Love you. Bye.